Ineos is planning for the future as they are looking at players to sign in the next transfer window, either in January or in the summer. The plans are being laid now. That's why they constituted a well crafted team of guys to support with the transfer business. My name is Webb. Welcome to the Night Herald Sport. I'm here to give you the latest that's happening when it comes to transfer talk, guys. We are not done yet. Ineos are down to business. They won't rest just because the summer transfer window ended. They want to do things early and on time. That's how Ineos works. They work on a plan and follow it to the letter. Now, here's the thing. So we know that Harry Maguire most probably will be let go of by the summer, by the end of this season. He should be let go of in the next summer. So is Casemiro. And Man United are currently planning of which players to bring in. Now, of course, we know that there is quite a number of decent free agents. One of them being Adrien Rabiot, who last played for Juventus, and there are people who feel he's a free agent. Man United should be bringing him in now, but talks are said to be going on between him and Galatasaray. Of course, how advanced those would be, we don't know yet, but United can still have an opportunity to sign Rabiot, a player who Erik ten Hag had wanted for quite some time since he joined Man United. Now, that deal might not be about to materialize anytime soon, but it has been reported for a long time that Man United had their eyes on Adrien Rabiot, and given the situation where we are now with a lot of little depth in the middle, it's a possible surprise move that could happen. Now, there is also now talk of Ineos planning for the future, and we do know that they would want to let go of Harry Maguire. They have wanted before. The player refused to join West Ham. He wanted to stand fight for his place, tried to do so, honestly, but injuries are eating him up. And it is clear now that he will not go beyond the next summer. So what is happening is that they are beginning to look around for solutions and options to come in and replace Harry Maguire, but also Victor Lindelof when it comes to the defense. So Ineos might have spent quite a decent amount of money on Mathis de Ligt and Lenny Yoro, but remember, they also wanted to sign Jared Branthwaite, only to be disappointed by the stoic Everton, who wanted a lot of money for him. So they pulled out of him, out of that race for Branthwaite. And after they had agreed personal terms with the player, and but that showed you that they've had plans of signing another centre back. So in the summer, we expect that Maguire and Lindelof will be moving on. And one of the guys United are looking at, according to reports we get, and Fabrizio has confirmed this as well, that Jonathan Tah is a player that Man United inquired about. They were looking at him as they actually went for Mathis de Ligt. He was one of those outside backup plans in case they failed for any reason to sign Mathis de Ligt, and they know that Jonathan Tah will be a free agent in 2025. Now, he has made it clear to Bayer Leverkusen that he won't want to sign a contract extension with them. So that's what is happening. Now, we also know that Jonathan Tah was top on the radar for Bayern Munich. He's a top centre back. We've seen it clearly. We've seen how good he is when it comes to playing at Bayer Leverkusen, but also while playing for the for the national team, for the German national team. But here's the thing for me, and here's my honest opinion. Whereas Man United will need replacements for Harry Maguire and Lindelof, most likely in the summer, Jonathan Tah will be 29 in Feb. He will be 29. I don't think Ineos would want to go in for such an old outfield player. If it were a goalkeeper, I would understand because a goalkeeper would still have time. But letting go of Harry Maguire, who is, I think, he will be 32 at the time, who will be 32, and you replace him with a 29-year-old player, unless it's for 1-2 seasons. But I don't think that's the plan Ineos would want to have in place. So my feeling is they should go for a slightly younger player. Of course, if you have Lenny Yoro, who is a teenager, you need a little bit of more maturity. But 29 for me is quite in the evening of their career for an outfield player. The only perhaps advantage would be that he would possibly be got for free if he chose to join Man United, and not Barcelona or Bayern, who are also interested in him. But is that what Ineos would want to do for Man United in the next transfer window? Is that does it make sense? Does it really show a change in approach? Because we've seen before Man United struggling up to now with players like Casemiro, who are signed at around the same age, gave you one good season, and we are all now saying, what is Casemiro doing? He should be moving on to a Saudi and stuff. So my feeling is, whereas Jonathan Tah is a top player, he's one of the best centre backs in the world, I don't think signing him in the next summer when he's 29, edging towards 30, I don't think would be a good move for Man United. However, Man United should certainly be signing a centre back. And you look around and there is quite a number of decent centre backs. I don't know why clubs don't rate Mark Guehi. I think we'll need a certain number of English players in the team. Forget about Jared Branthwaite. For me, Mark Guehi is the real deal for Man United. This is a ball player. Eric Ten Hag wants players who can use the ball. Mark Guehi has comfortably shown that. He was a midfielder earlier on, before his, I think, team coach converted him into a centre back because of his ball using abilities and his smartness. I think for me, Mark Guehi should be the centre back Man United should plan to go for from Crystal Palace in the summer. Not even Jared Branthwaite. So those are the kind of players I think we should consider to replace Maguire and Victor Lindelof, who are both expected to move on in the summer. Now, for Adrien Rabiot, free player, he would make sense for Man United to add on to the team. The only issue is his wages would be a bit high for Man United. He's a free agent, but he's a top player who thinks he should be earning quite a decent amount of money, which I don't think Man United would be having now, because coming and having him around for a few seasons would give us, and that's immediate because he's a free agent, would give us a few good good seasons, and there is a lot that the young Kobe's and the likes can learn from Adrien Rabiot. But that's another complication that we may not head into now. The sad bit, though, again, when it comes to the transfers, is that the left back position is still, again, a matter of probability. And I was here yesterday telling you how Tyrell Malacia is back and put in the Europa League squad. But I still think even if he's back, even if Luke Shaw returns shortly after he does, my feeling is Man United should be planning to sign a left back, a natural left back, a naturally footed player, a younger one, perhaps a cheaper one. There are quite a number of decent cheap options, the likes of the way we got Mazraoui quite cheaply. We can get a good left back, a cheap left back, because we cannot really rely on two players who have spent more time in the sick room than they have on the pitch. I think it's not a worthy risk. I feel it's unsmart. I feel it would again send us into panic. Yet we want to organize our defense once and for all. So for me, that's an area where I believe Ineos have got to perhaps expedite and step up their interest in whichever players they choose to zero down on, because they have really taken their time on it, haven't they? But we shall regret perhaps at some point. I'm telling you, without a shadow of a doubt, there are games we will struggle in just because we don't have a natural left back playing on the left hand side of the pitch. We do not have a natural player playing there, so it will count at some point. So we've got to plan for it early. In fact, as early as Jan, we should be able to have an idea of how good Luke Shaw and Tyrell Malacia are. If they are not both fit at the time, we should be bringing in January a left back. So for me, those are the timelines Ineos should be setting now, before they even go into planning for the next summer for 2025. And of course, they should plan, but before that, the quick problem to fix, the quick solution needed is the solution when it comes to the left back position. We cannot sit here and rely on two players. One has not played for over 12 months. The other does not play 2 consecutive games before going back, in the sick room. So that's my honest opinion. But you can drop down a comment and let me know whether you think these are areas we need to still go for. Of course, we've signed 2 centre backs, but do you feel we should go for more centre backs, because Ty will be available in the summer as a free agent? What do you think should happen? But also on Adrien Rabiot, should we just forget about this move once and for all, or is he a player who can come in handy for Man United? What is your honest opinion? Drop down a comment and let me know what you think. My name is Webb. This is the United Hotspot, and of course, Ineos continue to cook. By the way, it is reported that Christopher Vivo, the guy who was brought in the interim to support with transfers, might be staying on a permanent. So Ineos are trying to properly strengthen the recruitment department so that the planning is continuous, not just a plan momentary. There is a best plan that even if at some point they choose to part ways with Eric Ten Hag, which is most likely not going to happen, they will still have a continuity plan when it comes to players recruited, and define the playing style so that they don't shift approaches based on the manager they bring in, which for me, I think is the way to go. This is a team clearly that knows what they're doing and perhaps what they want. Drop a comment. Let me catch you later.